Okay, everybody, I haven't done a video in a little while, so I wanted to give a general update kind of what's going on. You can see that I have some of the new mowers in here, and I hope to get working on them very soon. I guess I just want to say Happy New Year first off, since it is now 2019. I'll give you a quick update as to mostly the tools that I was selling. I got my lot of 45 lawnmowers. If you go back a couple videos, you'll see them, and around 40 some odd 20 volt lithium corded items, with a couple other odds and ends in there. One of those odds and ends ended up being some tools, like in the lot that I got with hedge trimmers and weed eaters, like the Hyper Tough lot. I got a bunch of drills and jump starters, and I ended up having success in being able to sell them. If you saw my other video, I had them just sitting over here. The jump starters actually did really well. I was actually kind of surprised at how well they did. I had 6 of them. I was able to salvage 5 of them, 4 of them complete. One of them I did not have a working wall charger with, and so this is just kind of the remnants of the 6th one, just kind of from the parts I was able to salvage. One of them actually was returned to Walmart without the device in it, so goes to show you that you never know what you might get in a lot. The other drills, well, actually the jump starters, which were 600 amp EverStart Max jump starters, they sold anywhere between $30 and $35 a piece. Just if y'all are looking to resell jump starters, I would recommend it. They sold really well for what they were. The drills actually sold better than I thought. I had the 20 volt drill. Like I said, if you go into the last video, you'll see them actually sitting here, and maybe for a better comparison. The 20 volt Hyper Tough drill, I was able to get 24, 15 for the corded Hyper Tough, and I sold the 18 volt ones that sell for Walmart at about $16 a piece. I sold those in a 2-pack with 2 batteries or 2 drills, 2 batteries, and 1 charger, and was able to get 25 for the pair, and I had 2 pairs of them. So just kind of a general price sense as to what I was able to get and sell in a decent time. And keep in mind, this is around Christmas and not spring and summer when a lot of people are doing work, so you may be able to fetch a couple of dollars more, but just keep in mind you don't want to get so close to the retail price where people can just go to the store and get them for about the same price with a return policy as to what a private party like me was selling them for, with essentially no warranty, just me being able to test them and say that they're good to go. And that's what I told everybody. I said, I've tested them, I've charged the batteries, everything works on them, and that's the best I know about them. And I didn't have anybody contact me or anything like that, so that was good. The next step, well, the other items, the blowers, I actually have one here in the garage. It's the only one I have left. I ended up with 4 individual blowers, and I've got a bunch of others that are actually, I'll get that right there because I got some cardboard in here, that are actually comboed. You can actually buy a blower and weed eater combo in the same box. But this is the last one of those I have. Again, these are really small. They're not even classified as a blower. I think they only blow around 100 CFM, which is about 1/3 of the power of regular blowers, but with the way that the tube and everything is, it's good for around 130 miles per hour. These little blowers do well on concrete and other hard surfaces. They don't really do very well in the grass because they're not designed for that. Again, they're not even classified technically as a blower because of their blowing capacity. They're more called a sweeper, like a lawn sweeper, or I guess they just call them a sweeper. It's just kind of like an electric broom, essentially. But these actually sold pretty well. I've been able to average around $30 for them. I think they're about twice as much new. Again, I got these for pretty cheap, just because I got so many with them. You take a hit with battery powered stuff if you sell them kind of on the used market versus buying them in the store, because again, you can't ask for retail. And since they're battery powered, and even the corded stuff, it takes a little bit of a hit. You're probably able to get maybe half to 2/3. This right here is the only drill I have left, and the reason why I've got it into the box here is I have to be really good. I've learned about combining batteries and chargers, because you know, I get these, and it's not like they're new. They can be new in the box, but a lot of them have slight use, or a lot of them, not a lot of them, a few of them got returned without chargers, and maybe a couple of them didn't have batteries. I think I had a mix. I was able to get all of them, I think, except for 3 or 4. The remnants are the ones that I had to take parts off of and replace onto other weed eaters, mostly weed eaters actually, because a lot of them, I guess, must have been display models, because they were brand new, and they were missing the not the whole head, but the string attachment in the cover there. So what I ended up doing was taking that off of the ones that seemed like they had a lot of use and putting them on new ones. And they still had a full spool of spring. I mean, I've got one right here that still has a full spool of string, excuse me. Just to kind of have as an extra. Maybe this is not quite a full spool, and that one's not. But all the others, I replaced these because they didn't have as much string on them, and I want to just kind of sell them as ready-made items. And so I had, 3 battery powered and 1 corded one that I actually took out of commission because I had enough batteries, and I'm able to get $5 to $10 more and for the battery ones and the corded ones. And they also or a few of them are missing the cover that actually acts as kind of a cutoff for the string, just so that when the auto feed string works, it cuts the end of it off if the string starts getting too long, so it doesn't bind around each other. So that's kind of the update on that. I've sold a pole saw, which I had 2 of them, so I have one here. I was actually able to get, I don't know, 30. I sold it as a combo with the jump starter, so I was able to get around $40 or so after I averaged it all out for this pole saw, which is not too bad because it wasn't in new condition. This one's actually a little bit worse off than the other one. But when I sold that one, I ended up buying, because this had the bad chain on it. I think, let's see, that's the one that went off the chainsaw, I believe, but it looked very similar. It's over here. So I ended up buying a new chain, as you could see. There's the bar for it. And I'm actually about to put the bar back on. It's super easy to do. It's just a couple of bolts and it's on there. It's not really any tension or any type of that on these little 8-inch saws. The chain cost me $10, so I should be in the good, and hopefully I'll be able to sell this thing. They're pretty handy to have. I wanted to keep them, but I don't want to keep everything. I have a chainsaw, and I probably will hardly ever use it. So I'd rather take, the money over the chainsaw. I'm keeping like the odd and end things, like this edger in here that worked fine. I'm trying to sell one. I've got 2 of these as chainsaws as well. I'm trying to sell 2 of those. I'm trying to sell the first one before I buy a chain for that, just kind of like I did the pole saw. And then just a quick thing on the mowers. You'll see more videos of these coming up soon because I've got 45 of them ready to go, or not ready to go, but ready to work on, and I want to get all of them, or as many of them as I can, going before the season hits in about 2 months now. I mean, you have to prepare over the winter to do this. And What I typically do, I'm going to try and do the same thing this year as I did last year, although it might be a little more difficult because I have stuff in the boxes still this year. When I stored them, I stacked them in boxes in my lean-to, which you can see on my other videos when I pick these things up. But as you can see, I've got some pretty nice ones this year. I didn't have any all-wheel drive snappers. These are big wheel all-wheel drive snappers, so this is really nice. I think I have a second one of these that's still in the box too. So that'll be nice to get these going, because you can see the price on them, or at least in this case, was $297. So you're talking maybe, in the condition that this is in, probably close to $250 for this mower. And most of my mowers, yeah, I mean, it's brand new. It's just got dust from other mowers on it. Most of my other mowers sold around $200 last year. Haven't seen one of these in 2 years. I didn't have one last year, but I had one in 2017. If you remember, it's like one of the second video I ever posted on the channel. I had the problem with the recoil, where I guess something had hit it and it had pushed it down onto the flywheel cup for the recoil, and I was able to push the plate that holds on the recoil assembly up so that it wasn't rubbing against the engine, and I was able to sell that. This mower got good money. I've got bags for both of these, which is great. And then I want to do another comparison. You'll probably see a video on this mower because I've got to do some hardware repairs to it. Either the height level assembly was incorrectly put on these, or it's bent, and so I have to fix that, and we're going to find out, as you can see, how we're going to fix that. I'm trying to round this video out pretty quick because we're getting kind of lengthy. One of the other comparison videos I want to do is to get a Murray mower that looks exactly like this, which actually would be, I think, a Snapper SP60. So we'll compare an SP60 if I have one, or I think it may be a 65, one of the two. If I have one, I'll compare them with this Troy built, just to kind of give you kind of basically an apples to apples comparison with minor differences. So that's kind of an update. I know I haven't done an update in a while, but I wanted to show you kind of what's going on and that I haven't fallen off of the face of the earth. More videos should be coming soon as I get these mowers out, and now that I have a little bit more time on my hands here in the winter time and the holidays have passed, to get mowers ready and ready to sell for the spring. Hopefully this season will go as well as last year, and for those that are in this industry of reselling items, I hope y'all have a good season as well. I'll be back with more videos coming up soon. Thank y'all for watching, and in the meantime, stay warm, and we'll see you on the next one.